We are at a point of dire environmental crisis. We're at a point of, again, kind of a terrible return of polarizations and old mythologies and old divisions.
Many conservation leaders have told us that they came to conservation work through literature, through the words of Muir, or Thoreau, or Stegner, or Terry Tempest Williams, or Rachel Carson. Torrey House Press seeks voices for the land, stories and writers who have something amazing to say about the culture, the people, the landscape, the heritage, the wonders of our relationship with the natural world. Here in this giant, beautiful swath of the West where so many stories, so much of American identity is forged, and we're finding writers, publishing books, seeking out story that otherwise might not make it to the page.
While most of what they publish is about the land, and that's their mission, it's a bigger thing than that. It's publishing voices for the land, but it's also publishing voices for our community and making Salt Lake a destination for literary people.
That is what Torrey House, I think, is doing, is trying to help us recognize each other as people of the West, as people who are descendants of some pretty brutal legacies of American manifest destiny, of colonization, now answering together as a generation of people who answer to that whole history, and that it's a reunion.
And you can see all of these books behind me. There are many, many more authors in the world than there are Penguin Random Houses. And some of these voices that are so important and so beautiful might not get heard.
I really admire Torrey House's uncynical faith that we can still talk to each other. And that the difficult language is the valuable language. I think in a lot of ways, Torrey House allows a lot of us to recognize that we are still talking to each other, that we still have a great deal in common.
It is the power of story that connects us to the things that we care about. A fact sheet won't do it, a lawsuit won't do it. If we don't pay attention to what's happening to the landscapes, to the cultures, to the people that we care about the most, what will happen to them? There are so many stories yet to tell, and so many important voices that we have not yet heard from.